The Prince and Princess of Wales hosted a dazzling garden party in honour of frontline workers from across the UK.
For years, royal fashion has been more than elegance. It has been a language of power, memory, and silent messages. But during the 2026 Buckingham Palace Garden Party, all eyes shifted to Princess Catherine the moment she arrived wearing one of Queen Elizabeth II's most treasured jewellery pieces. The dazzling appearance instantly sparked fascination across the nation, with many wondering whether the choice was simply a touching tribute or a carefully calculated signal from within the monarchy itself. So, why did Catherine choose this particular piece, and what hidden meaning could the palace be quietly revealing? And do you think the jewelry could ever fit Catherine like its real owner? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. To help us create more videos and uncover the latest royal drama, please subscribe. An unforgettable entrance. On the 8th of May 2026, the famous grounds of Buckingham Palace were once again transformed into a breathtaking scene of beauty, tradition, and royal celebration as the second royal garden party of the season took place in magnificent style. Long before the palace gates officially opened, excitement had already begun to build across London. Guests from different parts of the country arrived dressed in elegant suits, beautiful dresses, stylish hats, and formal outfits, all eager to take part in one of the most respected and historic traditions of the British royal family. Although King Charles III had hosted another garden party earlier in the week, this particular occasion immediately felt more special to many royal watchers. The reason was clear. The Prince and Princess of Wales, Prince William and Princess Catherine, stood at the heart of the celebration as the main hosts of the event. The moment they appeared, the atmosphere seemed to change completely. A new sense of excitement spread through the palace gardens as cameras flashed, conversations paused, and guests turned their attention toward the royal couple. Royal garden parties are far more than simple social events. Behind the elegant fashion, polished ceremonies, and royal appearances lies a much deeper purpose. These gatherings are carefully organized to recognize and celebrate ordinary people who have done extraordinary things in their communities. Invitations are given to individuals who have devoted years to charity work, education, healthcare, community service, emergency response, military duty, and many other important causes. For many guests, receiving an invitation from the Crown is not just an honor, it is a life-changing moment they never imagined experiencing. This year, nearly 8,000 guests attended the grand occasion. Among them were people who had spent decades helping vulnerable families, supporting young people, caring for the sick, and improving their local communities. Others had shown remarkable courage, leadership, and determination during difficult times. Yet despite the prestige and royal importance of the gathering, the mood throughout the day remained warm, welcoming, and surprisingly personal. The palace gardens themselves added even more magic to the occasion. Under the gentle spring sunshine, the wide green lawns looked almost picture-perfect. Bright flowers in full bloom filled the gardens with color and freshness, while elegant white tents stood across the grounds ready to serve tea, cakes, and refreshments to the thousands of invited guests. Everywhere people looked, there was a stunning mix of history, beauty, and royal tradition that made the event feel truly unforgettable. As tradition demanded, the royal family made their official entrance shortly after the national anthem echoed across the gardens. Almost instantly, conversation stopped as guests turned toward the royal procession. The moment carried a sense of dignity, history, and grandeur, reminding everyone present that they were witnessing a royal custom that has continued for more than 160 years. But despite all the ceremony, elegance, and historic importance surrounding the event, this particular garden party would soon be remembered for one remarkable reason above all others: the unforgettable appearance and stunning presence of Princess Catherine. So, what was so spectacular about Catherine's entrance? What was the guest thinking about her appearance? Let's delve into the details of how Prince William and Princess Catherine dominated the center stage. Catherine's triumphant return. Only the second time hosting an official garden party at Buckingham Palace, Prince William and Princess Catherine already looked completely at home in their roles. There was no sign of nervousness or uncertainty. Instead, they moved through the event with calm confidence, showing the kind of ease that made many people believe they were already preparing naturally for the future of the monarchy. Together, they presented the image of a modern royal couple, respectful of long-standing traditions, yet warm, approachable, and relatable to ordinary people. Prince William arrived looking every bit the future king many expect him to become. He wore a traditional black morning coat paired with a tall top hat, perfectly matching the formal style expected at such an important royal event. Underneath, however, his light blue waistcoat and patterned red tie added color and personality, giving his appearance a softer and more modern touch. His outfit managed to feel royal and elegant without seeming cold or overly formal. What stood out even more than his clothing was the way he carried himself throughout the afternoon. William appeared relaxed and comfortable, never stiff or distant. He smiled easily, greeted guests warmly, and took time to truly engage with the people he met. Instead of quickly moving through the crowd, he often paused to listen carefully during conversations, making guests feel valued and respected. Many observers noticed how natural and genuine his interactions seemed. Yet despite William's impressive presence, it was Princess Catherine who instantly became the center of attention the moment she arrived. Cameras quickly turned toward her, guests eagerly watched her every movement, and social media exploded with discussions about her appearance and confidence. There was a sense of excitement surrounding her that could be felt across the palace gardens. Catherine once again showed why she remains one of the most admired and beloved members of the royal family. She carried herself with effortless elegance, but also with warmth and simplicity that made people feel connected to her. Throughout the event, she looked radiant, calm, and genuinely happy to be attending such a major public occasion once again. Her smile rarely disappeared as she moved from guest to guest, shaking hands, laughing softly in conversations, and listening attentively to the stories people shared with her. Whether she was speaking to elderly attendees, charity representatives, or younger guests attending their first royal event, she gave each person the same kindness, patience, and attention. It was clear that these interactions were not simply part of royal duty for her. They felt sincere and heartfelt. For many people watching, Catherine's appearance carried a deeper, emotional meaning. After the health struggles and difficult period she had faced in recent years, seeing her return so confidently to such an important royal event felt powerful and inspiring. She did not merely attend the garden party, she completely commanded the occasion with grace, strength, and quiet confidence. As the afternoon continued, it became increasingly clear that this was far more than another royal engagement. To many royal watchers, it felt like a defining moment, a strong and emotional reminder that the Princess of Wales had fully returned to public life, stronger, more confident, and more admired than ever before. But what was special about Catherine's appearance? Could it really be so head-turning? Let's dive into the details of the fashion, elegance, and symbolism that captivated everyone. When fashion spoke without words. Royal gatherings have always drawn the world's attention, especially when it comes to fashion, elegance, and subtle displays of meaning through clothing. Yet, at this particular Buckingham Palace Garden Party, Princess Catherine transformed what might have been a routine royal appearance into a truly unforgettable moment. Her presence, her outfit, and even the smallest details of her accessories quickly turned into one of the most talked about royal fashion highlights of the year. For the occasion, Catherine chose a beautifully tailored cream dress designed by Self-Portrait. At first glance, the dress appeared simple, but on closer look, its elegance revealed itself in quiet layers. The fabric flowed softly, the cut was precise, and the overall design struck a perfect balance between modern style and royal tradition. The gentle cream color matched the calm and fresh feeling of a spring afternoon, while the structured shape of the dress gave her a strong yet graceful silhouette. It was the kind of outfit that did not shout for attention, but naturally attracted it. To complete her look, she wore a vintage-inspired hat that added a soft touch of charm and old-world refinement. The hat framed her appearance beautifully, making the entire outfit feel complete, polished, and effortlessly royal. But beyond the beauty of the dress and accessories, what made her appearance especially powerful was the deeper meaning hidden within her jewelry choices. Catherine wore earrings and a bracelet that once belonged to Queen Elizabeth II. These were not just decorative items. They carried history, memory, and emotional weight. The moment observers recognized them, attention shifted from fashion to sentiment. These pieces represented a silent connection between generations of the royal family, linking the present Princess of Wales with one of the most influential monarchs in modern history. Queen Elizabeth II is remembered for her long life of service, stability, and dedication to duty. She guided the monarchy through decades of change, and her legacy continues to shape its identity today. By wearing her jewelry, Catherine appeared to pay a quiet but powerful tribute, honoring not only the Queen's memory, but also the values she stood for: duty, strength, and continuity. Many royal watchers felt that this choice created a symbolic bridge between past and future. Catherine seemed to embody both remembrance and renewal at the same time. As she walked across the green lawns of Buckingham Palace, there was a sense that history and the future were meeting in one graceful moment. On social media, reactions came quickly and overwhelmingly. Admirers praised her elegance and thoughtful style, while fashion analysts highlighted how carefully she uses clothing and accessories to communicate meaning without words. Once again, she showed her rare ability to blend fashion with storytelling. Other members of the royal family also added their own touch to the event. Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, appeared in a soft pale blue dress with delicate detailing, paired with subtle silver accessories and a feathered hat, reflecting calm sophistication. Zara Tindall brought a brighter energy, wearing a vibrant blue floral embroidered dress and a wide-brimmed hat that matched her lively and confident presence. Together, the royal women created a breathtaking visual scene, one that combined elegance, personality, tradition, and emotion in a way that made the garden party not just an event, but a moment to remember. So, what is the party all about? What historic tradition is attached to the party? Let's dig into the details of the historic tradition behind the Royal Garden Party. Royal Garden Tradition. The Royal Garden Party is one of the oldest and most beloved traditions held at Buckingham Palace. It has a long history that goes back to the 1860s, during the reign of Queen Victoria. In those early days, the idea behind the gatherings was quite simple, but meaningful. The royal family wanted a way to personally thank and recognize people who had made real and valuable contributions to society. It was a way of saying, "We see your efforts and we appreciate you." Over time, this simple idea grew into a major royal tradition. Even though society has changed greatly since the 19th century, the heart of the garden party has stayed the same. It is still about honoring service, hard work, kindness, and achievement. The event has become a symbol of appreciation for people who often work quietly, but make a big difference in their communities. Each year, thousands of invitations are carefully sent out to people from all parts of the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth. These guests are not chosen randomly. Many are selected because of their charity work, volunteer efforts, leadership roles, or long years of service in public or community life. Some are honored for brave actions, creative ideas, or for making positive changes in their professions or surroundings. For many of them, the invitation itself already feels like a great reward. For most guests, Entering the grounds of Buckingham Palace is an unforgettable experience. The palace is not just a building, it represents centuries of royal history, tradition, and national identity. Walking through its grand gates and stepping onto the wide green lawns often feels almost unreal, like entering a different world. Many guests describe it as a once-in-a-lifetime moment that stays with them forever. During the garden party, guests are treated to a beautifully arranged afternoon tea. Long tables and elegant white marquees are set up across the gardens. On display are neatly prepared finger sandwiches, sweet pastries, soft cakes, and warm tea served in fine cups. Even though the setting is grand and royal, the atmosphere remains relaxed and welcoming. People chat freely, laugh, take photos, and enjoy the peaceful beauty of the gardens. One of the most special things about the Royal Garden Party is how it blends formal tradition with real human connection. It is not just a distant royal appearance. Instead, it gives everyday people who have done amazing things a chance to meet members of the royal family face to face. As the royals walk through the crowd, many guests wait excitedly for a short moment of contact. A handshake, a few kind words, or a simple smile often becomes the highlight of their day. These brief encounters may last only seconds, but they often turn into lifelong memories. This year's event kept all the elegance and tradition that the garden party is known for. At the same time, it also showed a more modern and relatable side of the monarchy. Prince William and Princess Catherine added warmth, energy, and a fresh presence that connected especially well with younger guests, while still honoring the long-standing customs of royal life. But what is the significance of the party invitation? Who were those that get invited? Let's take a look at the remarkable guests and inspiring stories of service. Honoring human service. While the British royal family naturally drew public attention at the garden party, the real meaning of the occasion was found in the guests themselves. Every invitation was not just a social privilege, but a quiet recognition of a life spent serving others. Each person who walked through the gates of Buckingham Palace carried a personal journey shaped by sacrifice, dedication, resilience, or deep compassion. Behind every handshake, smile, and short conversation was a story of someone who had made a real difference in another person's life. Among those honored was Ryan Mannings, founder of the charity To Wish. Her organization supports families who have suffered the sudden and heartbreaking loss of a child or young person. In moments when words often fail, her work provides comfort, guidance, and steady emotional support. She stands beside families during their darkest hours, helping them find strength when everything feels broken. Her invitation to Buckingham Palace was more than recognition. It was a national acknowledgement of the hope and healing she has brought to people facing unimaginable grief. Also present was Sam Stables, founder of We Are Farming Minds. His work shines a light on mental health struggles within farming communities, an issue often hidden behind silence, pride, and cultural expectations of toughness. Many farmers suffer alone, far from easy access to support. Through his organization, Sam has helped break that silence, encouraging honest conversations and building support systems where they were once missing. His presence at the event reflected the growing recognition of mental health as a vital part of community life. The garden party also celebrated remarkable young achievers. Rowan, Anna, and Harry, known as the Flying Fish, were invited after becoming the youngest trio to complete the demanding 3,000-mile world's toughest row. Their journey across the ocean required intense physical strength, mental endurance, teamwork, and courage far beyond their years. Their achievement stood as a powerful reminder that age is not a limit when determination and unity are present. Across the beautifully kept gardens were healthcare workers, teachers, soldiers, volunteers, social workers, environmental advocates, and leaders of small charities. Some had quietly served for decades without public praise. Others had overcome deep personal struggles while still dedicating themselves to helping others. Together, They represented the unseen backbone of society. What made the event truly special was the realization that every guest carried a meaningful story. The garden party was no longer just a royal tradition filled with elegance and ceremony. It became a living celebration of humanity, honoring those who dedicate their lives to improving the lives of others. Throughout the afternoon, Prince William and Princess Catherine moved with visible sincerity. They listened carefully, asked thoughtful questions, and engaged with genuine warmth. Their approach felt personal, not formal, as though each conversation truly mattered. Many guests later described the experience as unexpectedly comforting. Instead of feeling distant or intimidated, they felt seen, valued, and respected. The atmosphere created by William and Catherine transformed the royal setting into something more intimate, a shared moment of appreciation between the monarchy and the people quietly shaping society for the better. But why was this year's party all about Catherine? What makes it so different? Let's talk about Catherine's return, which becomes the emotional heart of the day. Catherine's most emotional appearance. Although the garden party was meant to honor public service and uphold long-standing royal tradition, the true heart of the event clearly became Princess Catherine. From the moment she arrived, attention quietly shifted toward her, not because of the ceremony alone, but because of what her presence represented. Her return to a major public engagement carried meaning that went far beyond clothing, protocol, or royal appearances. In the years leading up to this moment, Catherine had faced health challenges that drew concern from supporters across the world. Her reduced public appearances had left many wondering when, or even if, she would fully return to active royal duties. Because of this, her appearance at Buckingham Palace was not just another engagement. It felt like a moment of relief, hope, and quiet celebration for many who had followed her journey. What stood out most throughout the afternoon was not simply that she attended, but how she carried herself. Catherine appeared calm, confident, and visibly at ease. She moved through the event with a sense of warmth that felt natural rather than forced. Her smile looked genuine, her body language relaxed, and her conversations with guests were easy and sincere. There was a noticeable sense that she was not just present, but truly enjoying the moment. For many supporters of the royal family, seeing her resume public duties with such grace carried a deeper emotional meaning. It symbolized recovery, endurance, and the possibility of returning to normal life after a difficult season. In her quiet confidence, people saw a reminder that hardship does not last forever, and that strength can return in its own time. Royal observers were quick to describe her appearance as one of her most striking in recent years. They noted how she balanced elegance with emotional openness, creating a presence that felt both royal and relatable at the same time. This rare combination drew admiration from guests and commentators alike. As images of her smiling across the palace gardens spread widely online, public interest surged. Media outlets focused on her outfit and interactions. But beyond the headlines, there was something simpler and more human happening. Many people were genuinely glad to see her well again. By the end of the event, it had become unmistakable that Princess Catherine was not just attending the garden party. She had become its defining presence, shaping its mood, its memory, and its meaning. How does the jewelry reflect Catherine's relationship with Queen Elizabeth? What kind of relationship did they share? Let's delve into the details of Queen Elizabeth's deep admiration for Princess Kate. Quiet trust strength. The relationship between Catherine, Princess of Wales, and Queen Elizabeth II was one that grew slowly, naturally, and with deep mutual respect over the years. It was not a loud or overly public relationship, but rather a quiet connection built on observation, trust, and shared values within the royal family. From the early years after Catherine married Prince William, the late Queen is often reported to have taken a close interest in how she adjusted to royal life. One quality that stood out to her above everything else was Catherine's calm personality. Even in moments of pressure, public scrutiny, or heavy expectations, she was seen as steady, composed, and careful in her actions. This sense of balance reportedly impressed the Queen greatly. As Catherine gradually took on more duties and stepped into more senior royal roles, her ability to remain respectful, disciplined, and professional did not go unnoticed. She handled public appearances with grace, spoke thoughtfully when required, and avoided unnecessary controversy. These traits earned her quiet approval within the palace. The Queen, known for her strong sense of duty and restraint, was said to value exactly these kinds of qualities. Over time, this respect turned into deeper trust. Catherine was increasingly given important responsibilities and was seen as someone who could be relied upon during key royal events. Whether supporting her husband, Prince William, or representing the monarchy at official engagements, she consistently showed reliability and care in her role. Their bond was not built on dramatic gestures or emotional displays. Instead, it developed through consistency, loyalty, and shared understanding of what it means to serve the crown. In a time when the monarchy was experiencing change and public pressure, Catherine was viewed as a stabilizing presence, someone who helped maintain calm within the institution. In many ways, the Queen's quiet admiration reflected her confidence in Catherine's future role. That steady approval helped shape Catherine into one of the most respected and trusted figures in the modern royal family, admired for her strength that is calm rather than loud, and firm rather than forceful. Did the party suggest anything about what the future holds for the monarchy? What did the audience see at the party? Let's dive into the details of the day that reflected the future of the monarchy. Grace, continuity, renewal. As guests gradually made their way out of Buckingham Palace, many of them still held on to quiet memories of the day, moments of smiles, greetings, and the rare chance to stand within such historic grounds. Yet beyond the laughter and photographs, a deeper feeling lingered in the air. This was not just another royal garden party. It felt like something more meaningful, something that spoke of continuity, strength, and the steady change of the modern royal family. The event had managed to blend old royal traditions with a very human touch. The formal setting, the carefully planned ceremonies, and the historic surroundings were all present, but they were softened by warmth and genuine connection. Ordinary people who had done remarkable things were being celebrated in a way that felt personal and sincere. At the same time, a new generation of royals was clearly stepping forward, taking on greater responsibilities with growing confidence. Prince William stood out in this quiet shift. He appeared relaxed in his role, carrying himself with calm assurance. There was no unnecessary display of formality, only a steady presence that suggested readiness for the future. He moved easily among guests, listening closely and engaging naturally, showing a leadership style rooted in empathy rather than distance. Yet it was Princess Catherine who seemed to capture the spirit of the day most fully. She was both graceful and deeply present, drawing attention not through effort, but through ease. Her choice of jewelry, once belonging to Queen Elizabeth II, added a powerful layer of meaning, quietly linking past and present in a single image. In her presence, tradition felt alive rather than distant. Across the palace lawns, her warm smile and calm confidence left a lasting impression. To many, she seemed to represent something steady in uncertain times: hope, continuity, and reassurance. She was not only seen, but felt. These garden parties, beyond their elegance, continue to serve a deeper purpose. They remind the nation of values like service, kindness, and dedication. They create space to honor those who give their best quietly, without seeking attention. By the time the final guests had left, one impression stood above all others. The Princess of Wales had not simply attended the event, she had shaped its memory. Balanced between dignity and warmth, she seemed fully at ease in her evolving role. For many watching around the world, This felt like more than a public appearance. It felt like a defining moment. Catherine appeared renewed, assured, and quietly powerful, firmly stepping into the future with grace and confidence. So, what do you think about Catherine's stunning appearance? Do you think she is already looking like a queen consort? We'd love to hear your opinions in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe.